Hare Krishna. Today we will read Bhagavad Gita 3.36. And over here, now Arjuna is asking after Krishna described about all of how we should act, right? What is our duty, what we should be doing. Now Arjuna is asking, but oh descendant of Vrishni, and this is Krishna, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? So over here, while Krishna is talking about how to perform your duties, Arjuna is asking that then why do people perform sinful activities if we all understand our duty, and especially if we are all part of that supreme Lord Krishna, we are part and parcel of Krishna, right? Then why is one impelled? Compelled means that somebody is making you do something. Impelled means from within, not that somebody's forcing you. It is happening from within and unwillingly. Over here, Arjuna is saying, as if engaged by force, as if there's something forcing us to do it. We cannot control ourselves. That why does one engage in these sinful activities? Well, first of all, we need to understand that all of us are originally part and parcel of Krishna. And our original, our spiritual body is actually pure. It is free from all of the lust, the desires, any of the contaminations that are there in the material world. It is free of that. So we are originally very pure, pious. We do not have hate against one another. We do not have envy. We do not have jealousy. We do not have any kind of animosity or enmity against any other being. That is our true form. But when we are born in this material world, it is almost like we become covered with those qualities. So over here in the Kali Yuga, all of these all excuse me, all of these contaminations, lust, desire to cheat, desire to the propensity to cheat, right? The jealousy, the envy, the anger, the greed, the attachment to anyone and anything and anyone, all of these things actually take over from our own will. And sometimes we don't want to do something, but we say it's okay, just do it. It's almost like we cannot control ourselves. When some people are doing anything that they really love, like an artist, you cannot imagine what an artist does. An artist will sit in a room, in a studio, with a canvas, trying all different sorts of things and painting for 12, 14 hours a day, just staring and painting something. Why? Because they love doing that. If you tell anyone else to do it, they cannot. And an artist or any creative person, whenever they are sitting and they are focused on something, they will not be able to concentrate on anything else. Yeah, so I even asked one of the artists that how do you do that? And the artist said that it actually is from within. I cannot control it. It's almost like I was born with this, that I really love doing this. I'm very passionate about it. And for me, those 8, 10, 12 hours are not like work or hectic. I am being creative, I'm being in my own world, and it gives me a lot of happiness. So she was like, if somebody stops me or tells me to stop, then I cannot, because it's something like I cannot control. So, similarly, just as when people have this passion, they have this uncontrollable urge to do something to either for work or either for their company or anything like that. Similarly, all of us have that uncontrollable urge of greed, of lust, of anger, of attachment. Today, no matter how much money we have, we want accumulate more. I want more. I want more. No matter how big a house we have, I want a bigger house. I want a better house. There was just a beautiful reel that was shared by someone, and he actually took one of Bapuji's kathas, that one of these kathas that Bapuji has spoken about, where there was once a man in a kingdom, and he said that he went to the king and he said, they told the king that, I'm very poor, don't have anything in life, but if I just get some land, I will be able to do so much and become successful. And the king had mercy on that poor soul, and he said, okay, look, I'm the king, I can give you anything. So from here, tomorrow morning you come at sunrise, and from here you start running or walking, whatever you want, and you go as far as you want. Put a marker there, and then come back over here to this point. And whatever you, how much ever steps you take or how many ever steps you run, all of that land will become yours. But the only condition is that you have to return before sunset. If the sun sets and it becomes dark, or it's dusk outside, becomes dark, then you will not get anything. This person became very excited. Next morning he showed up on time at sunrise, and he came. The king's ministers were there. They validated, okay, that now you can go. And he started running, 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 running. The first 1, 2 hours he ran completely. He was like, wow, I've covered so much land. Look at all of this land. This is all mine. And then he said, okay, let me just keep now going more. And he was walking more and more and more, and he kept walking. Now, by the time it became afternoon, he had not even carried any water to drink, any food to eat. And now it was afternoon time. He said, let me now start walking back. But he said, maybe if I go another half an hour or 1 hour, I will just cover more. And then I will run back. This whole desire for more and more and more. That is what causes us to engage in all of these sinful acts. And Arjuna is asking this question 5,000 years ago in the Treta Yuga. Because he had started seeing these qualities already in people coming up. So when Krishna unmanifested from this world, at that point the Kali Yuga started. So now this man is running and running in that kingdom. Now it became late. It became evening time. And he's like, no, let me just cover a little bit more. But the king had told him that if you want this land to become yours, you have to come back to that same starting point before sunset. But this man kept on going and going and going for more. And then what happened was he kept on going and he didn't realize it. He got into a jungle. There were big, lush trees. And it started to get dark. But he said, let me just keep going more and more. And as he was going more and more and more, there was a big hole in the ground. He fell into that hole. And now that he fell into that hole, he lost all chances of getting that land because he had no way of coming out of there. Now, until and unless somebody comes there, finds him, removes him, and he had been running since morning, then walking. So similarly, in our life also, all of these material needs are good to a certain extent. That influencer was saying that he has met so many millionaires and billionaires that their whole life they were running behind success, that I want money, I want fame, I want name. But today, when he is interviewing them, all of them say that I wish I had a family that I could enjoy this time with. I spent all of my time working, building wealth, building this whole empire. And he meets with such big businessmen who to us we think they are so great and so successful. But those businessmen, they are crying that I wish I would have spent more time actually with my children, understanding what they wanted, building those relationships. Because today, although I have everything, I'm very alone. I want to go and enjoy on a vacation, but my kids don't want to come with me. Elon Musk's child removed, they changed their last name that I do not want to be associated with the whole Musk name. They changed their last name. So just imagine we are driven towards these sinful activities because we think that from by performing those activities we will be able to get materially richer, get more of a material desires fulfilled. But at the end of the day, what matters most is that who have we built a relationship with? How are we working and setting up time with our family? How are we maintaining our family life? How are we maintaining our children? And the answer to that is very simple, that we need to build and maintain a relationship first with Krishna, that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Once we start building that relationship, we will understand that even in our kids, in our spouses, that Krishna is present as that Supreme Brahman. And that when we are doing something for our children, we are serving that Supreme Brahman, that Krishna. And you will be able to understand that what is our goal of life. And in fact, even Srila Prabhupada and the scriptures say that the children are the walking and talking deities of Krishna. We should be doing our best to give them this knowledge about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All of the material needs Krishna will fulfill. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. But we need to raise the kids so that they understand that who is God? What is the purpose? Why have we received this birth? And as we are doing that, spend time with them, develop that relationship. But as we get older, the money, the wealth, all of that will not matter. What will matter is the relationships that we have kept with our family, that we have maintained and built. The kids should not be afraid that my parents should not find out that I did this or this happened to me. In fact, they should say, oh, now I need to go tell my parents that this happened. Should not hide anything. So that relationship we need to work on developing with the children and the family. So this person, this influencer was saying that all of these people, they have either name, fame, wealth, or everything, but they're still lonely. So do not just keep running behind material success, thinking that this will all be great. And in that, when we're running behind this material success, we're performing these sinful activities. And we're doing it uncontrollably because although we may not want to do it, you may wake up and say that today I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to cheat anyone in my business or do anything. But it uncontrollably happens. When you ask a shopkeeper, oh, just reduce the price a little bit, it's too expensive, you're charging a lot. They say, oh, I'm barely making any money. Right? That's all. I mean, even they know they're lying to a certain extent. We know that they're lying to a certain extent. But it happens from them uncontrollably. And that is the effect of this material world and this Kali Yuga. So now that we have come into this contact, how do we get out of this material contamination? It is simply by chanting. And chanting will remove all of these material contaminations, the greed, the lust, the anger, right? The propensity to cheat, the uncontrollable urge to perform sinful activities. Chanting will slowly start having its impact and remove all of those urges. So it's very important to chant. Otherwise, even as Arjuna is saying that we are uncontrollably engaged, right? We cannot even control it in all these sinful activities. And Krishna will answer in the next that why is this happening. But in the meantime, let us focus on our chanting. And as Srila Prabhupada said, chant and be happy. So with that, we'll end here and we'll continue tomorrow. Before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Hare Krishna.